Lanners here, and today we're going to be opening 100 packs from Guru. Hopefully I'll find some legendaries, we'll find out what happens. I mean, I'm hoping to get the mage legendary like the Phoenix thing, and possibly getting Clutch Mother for the Warlock deck. Maybe it'd be nice as well, but we'll see what happens as we go into this opening 100. Let's go. Pack 1. I bet I'm just thinking shitloads of duplicates, which is shitloads of nothing and duplicates. Oh, got an epic. I mean, that's nice, which I guess for that, the Shaman deck, like just adapt all of those Mercures or Murlocs. Well, I keep saying Mercures, what's wrong with me? I do actually like the look of that taunt, because I do like the defensive taunt of like yeah, it's crap when it's your go, but when it's there, they have to deal with that, and that's going to be like a 5 damage that they're going to have to take to try and take that out. It's got a lot of health as well. Yeah, I mean, everything else is pretty much just standard. I mean, that's going to be nice for the Hunter quest, if I can get the Hunter. Oh, and that's the one that they gave free anyway, like gold. Yeah, no, pretty standard. Yet again, another one of those ones where during your opponent's turn, so like a lot of those taunts, the tar monsters. Yeah, nothing that's too spectacular there. I'm waiting for that legendary. I mean, poisonous with taunts, that's forcing you to sacrifice somebody to take care of that. That is actually a nice taunt for warriors, especially with their quest and everything. Do 2 damage, add I mean, I guess for the elemental synergy, which in a mage deck, that's nice. Yeah. Spells cost 1 less. Just the priest getting the same card that the bloody mages already have. Again. Another one of those taunts though, that's quite good. More going on with the old Murlocs. Oh, an epic. Oh, give your minions death threat or return to your hand. So, I mean, I could see that potentially being quite devastating, just like anything, so that you'll force them to have to deal with that again. Somebody else has just gotten gold Queen Marshal or something like that in the corner. Why can't I have that? We'll find out. If we can find it, but still haven't got it yet. One of those Wanderers is going to be going with the old Warlock quest of like discarding cards. It's actually quite a good taunt as well, to be fair. Like, it's got a lot of health. That's not the Phoenix I want though, but it does do 2 damage, so I guess it's kind of okay. Reduce the cost of your elementals. I mean, for elemental synergy, I mean, bloody Shaman is too good at everything, and that taunt again with the poisonous. No legendaries, right? I mean, is that the first Wind Fury, minion that actually has a chance to stay on the board before, instead of getting killed instantly? That's the problem. Like, all minions that have Wind Fury, it's devastating abilities is to attack twice. All of them get killed straight away because they got the health of being killed straight away. I mean, 8 health still can be taken out, but it's going to take some doing rather than all the other ones. That's interesting. The old Mimic Pod is also going to be good for that Rogue quest, if you're going for the Rogue quest. I guess that's a nice Hunter card as well. Paladin, that's your silver recruits. Death Rattle, copy a card from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. I mean, essentially, considering the fact that the Death Rattle quest is in priest, that's actually not too bad. That's actually an okay card for them with their quest, and also just to have something that could be interesting depending on who you're against. Deal 2 damage. I mean, that's just getting rid of like quick aggro decks as well, I guess, like the little tiny minions. So that's quite nice. It's like a lesser version of the explosive shot or something like that. But anyway. Destroy a friendly unit and adapt twice. Goddamn Warlocks. Oh, golden common. Fantastic. And that's the exact same one I've got there. So it is adding that spell to your hand that deals 1 damage. Admittedly, it's only a 1, which admittedly like doesn't seem too good, but it's a 1-cost spell, and considering the fact that there's that card in Rogue, which like their legendary plant, which continuously respawns if you play 4 cards, then I guess like I put something towards that, because it's only a 1-cost card. It's the quick deal damage, could sync up nicely with Van Cleef, or is it Deathweed or whatever it is in this one, which is the poor man's Van Cleef in this set, where it's like gain 1 by 1 every card that you've played previously this turn. I mean, that's got a lot of health for a minion. 10 cost though. Still could be usable. That's a nice buff, to be fair. Oh, such an interesting totem though. Just those Mercurials. Another one of that. What you get that? Wind Fury. Summon 3 Mercurials. I mean, with all the buffing things, and that could probably find its way into the Shaman deck. Potentially. I mean, Molten Reflection is looking pretty good for that tactic of using the Mage quest of again, it's either doing Arcane Giant, or there's the other way of doing it where you copy those ones which do reduce spell costs, and then you have like 4 of them. Use Time Warp so that you then end up having another go. You put old man who, whenever you cast a spell, gives you a fireball, and just that you can just kill your enemy purely through doing that. Look at 3 cards. See, that is one of the things which kind of awards somebody who's playing, who's kind of knows and can work things out. That's actually quite nice. That it actually rewards players who have been paying attention and, like, you know, can kind of try and work things out on what your opponent's playing. I mean, for a stealth minion, that's quite good, but from board removal, depending on what you're against, like a mage or like a warlock or something like that, I mean, that could easily be taken care of before it does any damage. But still, 8 damage is quite significant for a stealth minion. Yeah, elemental cannot be targeted. It's quite a nice little 1-drop just to throw out through. Add 2, so it's just like that another 1-cost spell, and you're adding 2 of them. I mean, that's kind of okay for, like, you know, doing combos like that. I can understand why that's there. Yeah, that's the one that I got ages ago, the draw secret from your deck, which is going to be good for drawing just Ice Blast instantly so that you can not have to worry about dying. Hold them back until the quest is done. Yeah, pretty much seen all of these apart from this one. Give a friendly minion 1/1 and gain armor equal to its attack. So depending on what you put that on, you could probably get quite a lot of armor out of that, so it could be useful. Plus it buffs a 1/1. It's not too bad spell. That's actually a really good secret for mages. Just as soon as your person plays, which as soon as your opponent plays a spell, then instantly get a copy of it and just costs nothing. So you can just, like, you know, whatever they've used, you can use back at them, but for nothing. Depends on what they use though. But anyway, Meteor as well. It's interesting. 15 damage is a lot of damage. I guess it's like a deal with a lot of, because it's all about trying to create big heavy minions, so it's a lot about dealing with that. Yeah, we've pretty much seen all of these apart from you, which is a stealth poisonous, which is always nice when poisonous gets stealth, because then you get to choose what it trades off against rather than your opponent. Oh, the bloody crawler that takes out pirates. Oh well, knew he had to get involved somewhere, didn't they? Deal 3 damage to a random minion, so I mean, that's not too bad. Depends on, obviously, I mean, it's a death rattle as well, so it could be put in the priest deck. Battle Cry, if you've played an elemental last turn, discover an elemental. So, I mean, that works perfectly well if you wanted to go like one of the shaman or, as I said, even priest, I guess, when mage synergies with elementals, deal 3 damage. Yeah. I mean, dealing damage, putting some threat on the board. That's actually quite nice though, that adding poison to your weapon. I mean, even if you just have like your first, like you just use your hero power weapon, it's still removing potentially a big threat from the board from just taking it to face rather than your minions accepting it. Nice 1-drop, to be fair, that's okay. We've already seen that. That the friendly minion. That's still quite a nice little taunt for warriors to have, especially with their quest yet again, and just another standard taunt. Biteweed, that's the one I was talking about. It's a poor man's Van Cleave, but still good synergy with that spell. It's only a 1-cost spell. It does 1 damage, but it's still putting something in front of that so that it's getting buffed. Yeah, this guy. Reduce the elementals in your hand yet again. Good synergy for fucking shaman. Yeah, again, even more heat. I've actually had this a few times. I just haven't bothered to look at it properly. Like, you know, deal 4 damage and heal yourself as well. That's just they're good. Shaman is getting good at healing that, and that was the one I was talking about silver recruits could be possible with that one which buffs silver recruits. But yeah, no, bloody shaman getting good at healing. But will that replace what's it called? Jade Lightning, that's the question. Same cost, does the same amount of damage, but that's obviously restoring health rather than summoning a Jade minion. Ooh, draw 2 1-cost minions from your deck. I mean, that could be good with the quest, I guess. I think this one's new. Little cute little dinosaur. I mean, and he's shuffling another taunt into your deck, so that's perfect for the warrior taunt quest. It's a nice little one drop. Yeah, we've pretty much seen all these other ones. But yeah, no, we're like a quarter of the way through and we still have not got a legendary. It's quite maddening. Oh, that'll bloody another egg for egg druid. It still can be quite a fearsome deck to come against, but it's still funny that it is. Yeah, that's quite a nice little thing as it gets taunt and divine shield. Taunt with obviously the death rattle, which helps their quest. You played an elemental last turn, so yeah, it's all about that elemental synergy in mage again. Add a random spell, that's also good for their quest. So yeah, that's not too bad. Basically seen everything else. This is the problem. We're not seeing legendaries. We're starting to see a lot of duplicates again. Yep, seen that. Apart from obviously this one, which is the weapon for rogue. I mean, you can pretty much get that down quite quickly, that cost-wise, because it's got so many different weapons to disposal of getting things which are from other classes in their deck. So that ain't too bad. Yeah, I think we've pretty much seen all of these. Still, yep, seen. Apart from him, I don't think we've seen him before. Discover another taunt minion for all classes, so just throw that into the warrior quest deck, I guess. Epic. Ooh, downside, that's quite a devastating thing to have. Just like instantly set it, attack and health to 10. Depends on what you put it on, though. Depends on what you put it on. I mean, are you going for that like boar or the blue gill just so that you can get instant attack? I mean, yeah, no, but then you have to wait for it to be 9 or 10 before you play it. Still could be useful depending on which circumstances you're in. Yep, seen all of them. I think we've pretty much seen all of them as well. I do actually like that card. Discover a card from your opponent's deck. That's quite nice because it's discovering, so you actually get to choose what you're using from their deck for a rogue, because most of their stuff is just like take something from their deck. It's just a random, or I say from their class most of the time. Yeah, we've seen everything else in here. Yep. You played an elemental last turn. Adapt. I mean, you could throw that into an elemental deck, but are you just putting more elementals in rather than a beast? Don't know. See how it plays. I've seen all of them. This is not going well. This is really not going well. I was hoping to record this and be like, yeah, we'd have at least 3 legendaries, so it'll be good. It's not by looks of things at this moment in time, but we're not halfway through the deck yet. I haven't even seen any of the quests. A lot of duplicates. Oh, there we go. First legendary is a quest. It's the Shaman, Murloc one. So it's not the one I wanted, but it is one. At least we got one in this. I mean, obviously we've had quite a few things that will play with that as well. Discover a copy of a spell from your deck. I mean, it could be useful. It depends what spells you've got in your deck, though, I guess. But, oh, there we go. There we go. That's the one we wanted. Golden Legendary. I think that's the exact same one that person had in the corner. Yep, that's what we're looking at there. That Hunter quest, because there's so many things which are going to be devastating with that. I'm quite happy. I wanted to get the Hunter quest, so that is nice. Draw a card. Yep, yeah, again, we've already seen that. That's gold. It's nice to know that is gold. Okay, let's go with Death Rattle Summon a random mean you discarded this game. I mean, it could be thrown into that deck, the Warlock discard deck. Would kind of make sense because it brings something back, but it depends on what's been thrown away, I guess, as to whether or not he's viable, but he could be. Another one of those taunts, those tar monster things which are good for the old defensive taunt that actually makes them have to deal with it. It deals more damage to them. Seen anything here. It's nice to have another dinosaur though, I guess. I've seen it all. Ooh, this is new. After your hero attacks, summon 2. I mean, there's a lot of things which are like getting silver recruits unbuffed, and there's that one card that buffs. So I mean, it could be potentially useful, but I don't know. They're 1x1s. They can really easily be killed before you can do something with them. But we'll see. We'll see if it gets to play. I mean, 4. I mean, it's a 7 cost as well. I don't know. He's new. If you control at least 2 other minions, gain taunt. I mean, that can be thrown into quite a few different decks if you wanted to, but depends. I mean, because you could have something with some beast synergy, I guess. Maybe it's a potential, but not that. Yeah, again, that card to give your weapon poisonous for rogue is quite nice. Seen it all, but he's nice for the quest if we manage to get the Warlock quest. Everything again. He's new. Battle cry. If you control these things, adapt. Beast Synergy as well. It could be thrown into that Hunter deck for all the 1/1s. Just throw him in just so like I could potentially do something dangerous. Pretty much have all that. Ooh, you're new. After this minion attacks, freeze it. So this minion actually freezes himself after attacking, but that is 8 damage and it kind of forces somebody to have to deal with it. It doesn't say that it freezes the minion that it attacks, it just says freeze it in terms of I think it means itself. I could see some play though, but I'm not 100% sure about that one. It is an elemental, so I could go for some elemental synergy, but I don't know if it's going to see play. Free from the Amber, discover. See, this is good because obviously you get the choice of what you're discovering, and there's a lot of things in the 8 cost area that could be potentially good to bring out at some point. You could also throw in something that had a death rattle, like if you found it to help with the quest if you need it, but you might not at that point. It's hard to tell. Taunt, Battlecry, restore 3 health. Yeah, again, just they're getting healing as well. Fucking Shaman, it's good at everything. Nah, all the same. Yep, seen it all. Seen it all. Discover a spell, deal damage. Oh, I mean, it could be good or it could be bad, because admittedly it's good the fact that you're discovering a spell, but at the same time you're dealing that much spell. So if you get something like Doom or Twisting Nether, that's a lot of damage to take to your hero. Could potentially kill him depending on what time you're having this during the game. And if those 3, I mean like those 2 and Siphon Soul, I think it's a 6 cost. If all of those 3 show up at a time near the end of the game, then you just killed yourself instantly with that card. But it could still be good depending on what you found and at what point of the game he shows up. Yeah, but we've seen all those. I mean, to be fair, Volcano showed up, and I don't think we really talked about it, as I said that everyone's heard about. But yeah, 15 damage split randomly. But it is going to hit your own minions as well. If your minions are out, it could potentially hit them and kill them. So I don't really know if that's going to see too much play, even though we seem to be getting it a lot right now. Because I swear that it was the Shaman quest to summon warlocks, because that could still work towards that quest, I guess. Ironhide as well. I know that we've seen Ironhide before, just 5 armor. Yeah, no. We've seen all those. I've already seen all. Actually, no, I think he's new. Shuffler 4x3 Raptor. I mean, that's good for the quest, to be fair. It's a 1 cost, and just putting more into the deck. Good for the Shaman quest. Still all which we've seen before. Seen it all before. Yeah, I've seen all those. Epic. Ooh, discover a spell and cast it on a random target. So, who does he think he is? The fucking Yogg-Saron of which I thought he was a priest guy. He's not a priest guy, just everyone can use him. I mean, did people really use Yogg-Saron's like server? What was the apprentice? Whoever the hell the other guy was who could do the same thing. Did he see much real play? I mean, at this one, you're discovering the spell, so at least you're choosing what is getting cast randomly, because with the other guy it was just a random spell and he randomly cast it. I don't really know if he's going to see much play. Poor man's Yogg-Saron. Everyone's just going to play Yogg. Choose a friendly minion, summon a 1/1 copy of it. Could potentially be quite nice, depending on what you chose or what you had. So yeah, that could be useful, to be fair. Especially with the Death Rattle quest, you just summon another 1/1 Death Rattle. Because is it trigger Death Rattles or just summon? I can't remember what their quest is. Discover a secret. See them all. Ooh, another one to go towards that Egg Druid. I mean, to be fair, Egg Druid only works in Wild now, because I swear most of it's been taken out. Seen it all again. It's nice to have that spell again, but all the others we've seen. Oh, there we go. Another legendary, another quest. Finding all the quests now. Yep, the Warrior quest, which is quite nice because we've had quite a few different taunts, and especially some Warrior taunts. Oh, and there's one there now that shuffles another taunt into your deck. So, you know, that's actually going to be quite good. I might see play with that one, but playing a Warrior who's not hitting face straight away, I mean, it shouldn't work, right? I mean, that quest thing of basically becoming Ragnaros is devastating, considering the fact Ragnaros has been cycled out. Yep, seen it all, basically. That's all we've had. Yeah, no, that's that. Yep, nope, seen them all. Oh, there we go. Oh, 2 legendaries in one go. Fan-fucking-tastic. I mean, we've already had this one. It's not as good because the other one was golden. But destroy all damaged minions. King Mosh. I mean, I could see that potentially coming out, but maybe we'll see. I can see it coming out though, especially considering the fact that, I mean, use that of a whirlwind, because whirlwind's still in the game, right? Boom, instantly kills, which is basically like an instant wipe. I mean, what cost is whirlwind? Is whirlwind a 1 cost? Yep, we've seen all of them. Yeah, we've seen it all. Yeah, again, seen it all. Seen it all. Seen it. Rabbit? Did we? No, yes, we have seen you. We have seen you. Ooh, golden common. And now we just go for all the duplicates. Oh no, he was new! It was something that can't attack, so just silence him instantly. I think he had like 4 attack and 8 health. I mean, he could be useful, but what, in that Priest Purify deck? I guess he's useful. I don't know too many people who play Priest Purify. Oh, there we go. Oh, another one of the quests that we've already got. Fantastic. I mean, why give us like a minion or a different quest? That'd be too easy, right? Ooh, return any spells you cast on this minion to your hand. I mean, that is good for their quest, which is like obviously buffing minions. So just buff him up, he dies, get all those buffs back so you can put it on somebody else. Not too bad for their quest. Seen them all. I did have that weapon before, but I didn't think I mentioned it. Each turn, this is in your hand. Transfer. I mean, that's actually quite good, because warriors have got a lot of weapons, so an Arcanite Reaper when you need it, if it turns up, is quite nice. Yep. Useless. I say useless, I mean seen it all before. I've seen it before as well. That was that one, can't attack, so I mean it could said silence him. I mean, I think that silence might actually even get involved quite a lot in this, because there's so many taunts, so many different things to do things. Maybe silence might even get involved. Yeah, no. I mean, all I wanted was a legendary minion. Either that or it's just gonna happen on the last one, and it's just gonna be every single legendary just in one pack. Useless. Summon copies of your damaged minions. I mean, that could, though, depending on how many things you have on the board. I mean, because you're going to get your taunts back. I mean, that could be quite nice, but you don't want to, like, fill your hand up too much and end up, like, you know, getting rid of cards. Right, we're down to the last pack, so all the legendaries are hopefully in this one pack. It's not going to happen, but we can hope. Oh, an epic. One that we've already had. Oh. Ooh. No, it wasn't legendary. Well, we didn't get any legendary minions, but we did get a few of the quests, I guess, which is quite nice. And then obviously I can just craft them with all the dust that I'm guessing I'm going to be able to get from trading in. Let's see how much that we got that we can trade. I mean, that's pretty substantial amount to trade. I think that that's going to be crafting something. Because obviously I said that I wanted to get my hands on like the mage quest and potentially the mage legend, which is the mage legendary. Can't remember what cost it is. That's the one that like just like every single time he comes back into your hand, the phoenix is reborn. Pyros, that's the one. The warlock quest would be nice, and clutch mother would be nice to work with that. But I will. I can craft them in my own time. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. Comment down below on what you thought. Are you hyped for Angora? Are you happy about what you've seen and everything like that? What cards have you got? You've probably got all the legendaries that I didn't get. How do you think that the meta is going to play out and things like that? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, then why not hit that subscribe button, because there's content coming out every week. And if you like this video, you'll probably like all the other videos we make. And if you want to see more Hearthstone stuff, just let me know down in the comment section down below. I might do some Hearthstone streaming as well, but we'll see about that. But yeah, until next time, guys. Bye. It's impossible to do it in the game.
Right.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
Don't try and do the ball flip in the game, Sam. Yeah,
do it with the cup. Do it with the cup.
Do it, mate. Do it.
Hang on, wait. There we
I
go.
believe in you.
I have to get some rotation going. Here we go.